Zcash is back in the spotlight after privacy coins started seeing renewed interest in the broader crypto market. ZC climbed to nearly $515 this week, a 46% increase over the past month. Analysts are now watching whether this momentum can hold as a new narrative emerges around quantum-resistant blockchains. AI commentator AIXBT recently noted that Zcash and Cardano are currently the only major networks with clear, near-term timelines for quantum-resistant upgrades. This is significant because institutional investors are starting to think beyond short-term market cycles and into long-term security risks. If quantum computing becomes a real threat to blockchain security, Zcash's Tachyon upgrade could position it as a trusted alternative. The Tachyon upgrade is expected to introduce quantum recovery infrastructure through ZODL next month, with full post-quantum privacy expected before the end of the year. Meanwhile, Cardano is targeting late 2026 for lattice-based FIPS 232.06 integration at the protocol level. These are the only two major chains with committed timelines for quantum-resistant infrastructure, according to AIXBT. Bitcoin and Ethereum, on the other hand, remain in the early stages of discussion without set migration dates. That distinction is growing in importance because institutional risk teams are starting to look for blockchains that already have security infrastructure in place. If quantum computing advances faster than expected, the lack of a clear timeline could leave many networks exposed. Zcash's ZODL system is designed to allow users to recover. Most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. There are funds in the event of a quantum attack, adding a layer of security that investors are beginning to value. The Zcash price movement has coincided with this growing narrative, and traders are now watching whether the $515 level can act as a base for further gains. Some analysts have pointed to $750 as a potential price target if the quantum-proof narrative continues to gain traction. The market is still uncertain, however, and the price could face resistance if broader crypto volatility increases or if competing narratives shift attention elsewhere. The next signal to watch is whether Zcash's Tachyon upgrade delivers as promised and whether institutional adoption follows suit. If Zcash can maintain its momentum while delivering on its quantum-resistant promises, it could attract more long-term capital. But if the price stalls, or if the quantum threat narrative fades, ZEC could lose some of its recent traction. Investors should also be aware that while the Zcash price is rising, it's still early in the adoption of quantum-resistant infrastructure across the industry. The real test will come when quantum computing becomes a tangible threat and investors start to act on it. Until then, Zcash remains a key player in the privacy coin space and a potential leader in the quantum-proof narrative. The stakes are high, as quantum computing could fundamentally change how blockchain security is perceived and managed. Zcash's Tachyon upgrade is not just a technical milestone, but a strategic move to secure user funds against future threats. The ZODL infrastructure is a critical component of this plan, offering a recovery mechanism that could protect users even if quantum attacks become a reality. Meanwhile, Cardano's lattice-based FIPS integration is a more traditional but equally important step toward quantum resistance. The difference in timelines between Zcash and Cardano reflects the varying approaches to this emerging challenge. Zcash's early action could give it an edge in attracting early adopters and institutional capital. However, the success of this strategy will depend on the market's perception of quantum threats and how quickly investors begin to prioritize quantum resistance in their portfolio decisions. If Zcash's Tachyon upgrade is, most people arrive after the move is obvious and the easy upside is gone. We focus on serious crypto education and high-quality signals before the crowd rushes in, so you can understand the setup earlier and move sooner. If you want that edge, visit the link below now. Implemented successfully and is perceived as a robust solution, it could significantly enhance the project's credibility and long-term value. On the other hand, if the upgrade fails to meet expectations, or if the quantum threat narrative fails to gain traction, Zcash could struggle to maintain its current price momentum. The next few months will be crucial in determining whether Zcash's quantum resistance narrative can translate into sustained price appreciation. Traders and investors are now closely watching the $515 level as a potential support point, with $750 being a key psychological target. Whether Zcash can reach that level will depend on a combination of technical execution, market sentiment, and the broader adoption of quantum-resistant infrastructure across the crypto industry.